A couple of years ago, I didn't have the power to speak to people. I didn't have the confidence to go up to a stranger and say, look, my name is Adam, nice to meet you. I couldn't say good evening, how's your night going? I couldn't say anything. And I avoided clubs like the plague. Because for me, I was kind of raised to believe that I was a natural loner. It just wasn't me to be social and speak to people. It just wasn't me to have that ability to communicate with other humans and other strangers. It was quite a lonely time. It was a time where I would spend a lot of time at home on my Xbox and with my laptop opening a box of Kleenex, if you can work out that reference, okay? I didn't know many people. I knew kind of like the small social circle from school, but that was about it. Recently, it's got to the point where I can go out on a night out and there's a very, very, very high chance that I will know at least 2 or 3 people within that environment, and they'll all come up to me and they'll know who I am, what I do, and it's amazing that it's like a whole new world compared to what I was used to. It didn't happen straight away. When I originally first started going out, I was very nervous. The worst part was I knew what to do, but I couldn't do it. And I think a lot of you out there who have trouble socializing are exactly the same. You know you can talk to people once you get going, but it's that first initial approach anxiety to actually doing it. It's that feeling of, am I weird for doing this? What are they going to think of me? Am I cool enough? What are they gonna, think of me? And all these thoughts kind of go through your head, and it kind of is like, oh, it's like hitting a brick wall. It stops you from moving forward. When I would enter an environment like a bar or a nightclub, the anxiety would be too much, and I'd have to run into the toilet and throw up. It probably wasn't healthy to do that, and pushing through that, it's allowed me to give less of a shit what people think, and it's allowed me to make some great friends and great connections that I never would have met if I hadn't started learning how to socialize. With this being a personal hardship of mine, it's something that I feel very passionate about. Socializing and meeting new people is something that I want to get other people to do. I want people to understand that you can meet those people that you see out and about. You can go up and say, how's your night going? You can go up and it's not weird for you to approach another human. You kind of learn what people are like. You kind of learn to read their body language. You kind of learn what people respond to. You kind of, you get mixed up in that sort of world. And it's crazy. It's like you can go up to someone and they'll tell you to fuck off. And for most of the time, that can crush people, but for me now, I'm just like, you're a dick. Or you're either not having a good night or you're just a dick. Some people are just dicks. Some people are just arseholes who you don't even have to waste your time with. You're not meant to get on with those people. Move on and just talk to someone else. But if you really want to push through your trouble socializing, just go out as much as you can. I was going out 3-4 nights a week trying to meet as many people as I can. Might sound weird to you guys, but it was something that I needed to do for my, my own sanity, because being lonely and having very few friends, it hurts. When you know you can do it and you see other people doing it who are natural at it, it's almost soul destroying to think, I want to be like that. And a lot of people think that they can't be like that, but they can. It just takes a lot more effort than it would for those people to do it. If you go out and you see someone that you want to talk to, just go for it. Most people don't. The good thing about clubs and events and bars is the sense of anonymity. Not everyone's going to know you, and most people don't even remember you. You can go up to someone and go, oh hey, we met last week, and they're like, did we? I don't know. Do it sober, do it, a little bit drunk, but try and get your personality out there. Try and work out who you are, because that's the main thing. You want to communicate with people that you're actually going to connect with, people that are actually going to want to see you again, and people that have the similar interest to you. And if they don't, have a good night, move on. That's literally all you have to do with that. Some of the key things that you'll get out of going out and socializing is, obviously, like I mentioned before, the ability to not give a shit what people think of you, because you meeting that many people. It's like the random people that you meet, their opinions don't mean shit. They're just humans out on a night out. They don't really mean anything. They don't have an impact on your life. But for people like me and for people like you, if you're watching this, who have trouble socializing, that can be a big deal if people don't like you. The fear of rejection is huge. People just want to be accepted and liked. And they don't want to have to go through the trouble of putting their personality on the line or risking, their identity, so to speak. But the more you do that, the more you build a solid foundation of who you are. Most people who can't sort of deal with other people have a very weak foundation of who they are. They'll fake it to meet people. They'll not put that full humor out there for fear of being rejected. But the more you sort of interact with these people, the less you'll give a shit. The more you'll be like, okay, you don't get on with me, our humor doesn't mix, have a good night, go on. It really means that you stop putting yourself out there more. If I didn't go out and meet people and socialize, I would never be able to make these videos. I wouldn't have been able to, put myself out there as much as I have. I've had a lot of scrutiny for some of the things that I've said. It's that core foundation inside that it almost hardens you. It makes you immune to people's criticisms and opinions, that you just kind of, you see them for the people that they are, not for the big audience that you might think they are. Like you don't feel as small. You see these people as just people. They're just humans. They don't really mean that much, guys. Just to finish off this video, I just want to say that if you do have these troubles socializing, if you can't meet people and you feel like you can't meet people because, you know, you get anxious in these environments, don't worry about it. It's possible to overcome it. It's definitely possible for you to get to that level of a natural person who can just make conversation with a brick wall if you needed to. You just have to push through it. It's going to be difficult. It's difficult. It's hard for me still. If I don't go out for a few weeks, I struggle. Like I'm like, oh, people find me weird, and then it comes back slowly. Just try it, guys. Just try and see how many people you can meet in one night. Challenge yourself to go out for a couple hours and just chat to 10 strangers and just kind of go with the flow. See how you vibe with these people and see if you can start putting your personality out there for people to see.